Hi guys, it's Tyler from Tyler Has Words. I want to talk about bad guys today. Not like actual bad guys, but the ones in fiction. We'll study two types today and then just, maybe kind of ruminate on why bad guys are so key and integral to good fiction and why they're so fun to write. Anyways, let's look at two types. Okay, first we're going to look at Walter White from the awesome series Breaking Bad. Yes, I know, it's been a few years, but I still feel like that show has an effect on society. Poor old Walt. We see him at the beginning. He's a poor sod who goes from a mild-mannered chemistry teacher to a powerful drug dealer. And the sad set of circumstances and the arguably noble intentions and justifications for Walt's misdeeds are played out for all to see. Okay, so against that, I'd like to examine a different kind of villain from an often overlooked movie called Out of the Furnace. It's the character played by Woody Harrelson. Real bad guy. This is a man who is introduced as purely sadistic and self-interested from the very start. In fact, that's the first scene of the film. You just see him being bad for no good reason. I didn't mean to say it like that, but you know what? Sometimes things come out. Okay, these are specific types of rotten, and they send specific shock waves through the system when you see them played out on the screen. So Walt in Breaking Bad is a cautionary tale, almost. We're rooting for him in a way because dang, life is not fair. And he's just trying to help his family. And, oh wait, he just killed a guy. But hey, he has this strange sense of loyalty to his partner and doesn't want him getting hurt or worse. Oh, he's responsible for the meth trade. And oh, crap, he just ran over some dudes in a car. And while he's justifying these horrific acts, I think a part of us is right there alongside, taking his part, justifying his acts alongside of him. If we pause from the entertainment, it's actually kind of scary. Might we be the same if put in similar circumstances? Probably not. But wouldn't we like to be just a little bit? The argument might be that people are pretty decent and don't think dark things, but this is kind of ridiculous and it doesn't hold for me. Have you ever heard that thing about how you can't be brave unless you're scared? It's in like every movie, every war movie. So, okay, following that logic, how can you be good unless there's the temptation out there kind of bubbling up inside you to be bad? Anyway, you guys can pick that apart if you want. Okay, so what about the Woody Harrelson character that I mentioned? All the viewer is presented with is pure evil. There's a movie called The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, and Liberty Valance is the main villain in that, and that's another good example of this. And these are just irredeemable and mean characters. There's nothing good to say, and they have no higher motivations. They're just black holes of anger and nefarious desires. These characters are effective because they make you wonder if there are people like this out there in the real world. Is it even possible for somebody to be so just completely void of goodness? The truth is, nobody is corrupt to the core without some help in getting there. Abuse, injustice, there's certainly more to the backstory, but if you're faced with a guy in an alley looking to murder you for the $8 in your pocket, do you really care about their sad song? Probably not. And history, though it might be incomplete, tells us that there are just bad folks once in a while, Anyway, I like all kinds of bad in fiction. It's that there's just so many different types, and we just looked at two, but it's interesting to understand the forces drawing us in to villainous characters. It's also helpful when creating our own antagonists in story. How much do you want the audience to know? I think that's the biggest question. The more they know about the bad guy, why he's the way he is, why he does the things he does, the more opportunities the audience, reader, watcher will have to relate. That's something to keep in mind when writing or creating your film. Cheers and see you after.